are rare and they are few. Who can compare with Ronnie Q? So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie in the morning while I'm driving. Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q.
Hi, this is Ryan. Good morning, grand rising. Let me remove the kitty cat because we got some other things to talk about today. So, what is this? Oh, that's the non-talented person over there on the I Screw in Bushes person channel talking about Ronnie Q. But we know how it goes. Obsession is, I guess I should be flattered. Shabba. Okay, let's get into the live this morning. Don't forget, Leo the Lioness is having her this part 2 of the charcuterie challenge. It will be on her channel this time. Go over there. She has flyers up. This flyer gives you all the things that you should do to compete well, and your board can be seen and judged well. And then she has this flyer up detailing the cash prizes for first, second, and third place. It is December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So all the spots are filled for the competitors. However, you may want to sign up underneath this flyer if you think you want to try to compete, just in case someone drops out and you can fill their spot. Also, the next day, I am having my third annual Secret Santa giveaway. This is where subscribers come on the panel. They exchange prizes within themselves through a Secret Santa amongst themselves between $25 and $50. And then they must immediately cash app those gifts that they've received to someone in the chat. You have to be here to win and be in the chat dropping your Cash App link. So it's a give back from the content creators to the subscribers, and I hope to see you all out here. Thank you. Okay, so let me see. Let me say hello to those of you who are here. Chakra King Black, thank you for being here. Miss 313, Grand Rising. Bernice, Grand Rising to you. Miss LA, it's good to see you. Rachel 703, Grand Rising. TH, Grand Rising. Outspoken One, Grand Rising. I have not been able to find you, Outspoken One. I left you an email. You may want to check your email so I can make sure that I got that right information. The Bushes, Grand Rising. Miss Queenie, it is good to see you, Grand Rising. Sandy, good to see you, Grand Rising. Truth and Reason. Southern Nobleman. Shy Girl Complex. Thank you guys for being here. So, Grand Rising to you all. Great minds talk about ideas. Average minds talk about events. And small minds talk about Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, hurt my feelings. Ronnie Q got me mad. Ronnie Q got me crying. Ronnie Q got me lying. I don't know shit about Ronnie Q, but I'm gonna say it to you. And you're supposed to believe it because I lie. about everything inside my life. Let me tell you about them white women I used to always bring up against black women, but now I'm gonna pretend I never did that. I want to talk about Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q. What did it do? Ronnie Q told the truth about you. Ronnie Q got you in your feelings. Ronnie Q got you all in your feelings. Listen, motherfucker, if you want to tell, if you wanted to, you don't know shit about Ronnie Q. Let's be clear. And if any of you guys are still walking around here, listening to these bums and bozos walk around talking about Ronnie Q, just think about it. Have you ever gotten any of these? Have you ever gotten any of these about this bullshit that they're talking? But you can talk about the shit that actually go on YouTube. We can actually talk about the shit that goes on YouTube. You know, shit that has been put out on YouTube by yourselves. Can we talk about that? So, are we going to forget that this one right here lied, came back and apologized, and then took the lie back? But you lied, and you said that Miss Toby had uh, K Fit's mugshot. But it was up and stuck with them. And I just said that about Miss Toby because I was getting, and then you go on your community wall and you stick it in. I said that about Miss Toby. I don't know if she has a picture in her phone. I just said that for an example. But then someone by the name of King Kyos shows your camera slip. You want to make like it's no big deal. I used it myself. I did this. I did that. But then it must have it must have pinched a nerve because you came out doing a whole live on it. And in that live, you said you had K Fit's mugshot, but you lied and took it back and said it was an example, only to come out and said that you had K Fit's mugshot, and you want to blame it, and you will put it out if your picture, your camera slip that everybody saw that you put on as your own screensaver, and you said that if he didn't take it off, you would release her mugshot. So once again, I really want you to understand the people that you're listening to with their bullshit. I ain't got no teeth in the game. I'm just showing you the examples of how people are so in their feelings about what they have put out on YouTube. But they sit up and lie and tell any motherfucking lie that they want to tell about other people on YouTube. And don't this bitch got mugshots herself? At least one? Bitch, bye. These motherfucking lying ass motherfucker. Let's have a moment of silence for all of those people dying for attention. And cooling, you lumphead bitch, while you over there talking about, yeah, Ronnie Q lied, Ronnie Q lied, Ronnie Q lied, bitch, you was homeless. While you over there talking about Ronnie Q lied for a bitch who had to come back and say she lied. You need to go sit your homeless ass down somewhere, bragging about you didn't fill out your food stamps. You didn't turn something back into the food stamp department. So you big ballin'. They gave you 2 months of food stamps at the same time, bitch. If you don't go sit your poverty-stricken living off the government ass, lying ass down, bitch. Ain't you got 3 churches to be in line for to get some free Thanksgiving food, bitch, so you can go sell half of it whole? Bitch, you better keep up with the motherfucking free charities around this time, bitch. Keep my name out your mouth, you broke bitch. The fuck out of here. These motherfuckers are. And Rodney, you're pathetic. That's all. That is all. Hey, let me see if anybody else came in here. Hey, kind to me. I have no idea. I have no idea. She's just a hating asshole. Okay. Um, Who flexes about 2 months of food stamp? Cool and do, cool and do. Not the lumpy head bitch. Good morning, Ronnie. Hey, Angela T. Wright. How are you doing? Um, Let me see what else. Let me see what else. Okay, what does King Kyos have to do with K Fit? What does any of this have to do with K Fit? But it was up and stuck with K Fit, even when she came and snuck back on her community wall and said, I can't be sure if Miss Tobin had the picture. I just used that as an example. And then come out and say that what she's going to release if her camera slip doesn't come off his community wall. See how that worked? Let a liar keep talking. Just let liars keep talking. And the story always changes. That's what all of it has to do with anything. What did I have to do with anything? What did anybody have to do with anything? The bitch groveling on her knees again, obviously. Hey, CCTV. The bitch is groveling on her knees once again. No, that's not a. I don't know who John Smith is. That's a camera. That's a camera slip. Oh, please don't. Thank you, Miss 313. Hey, Buddha Bell. I think I would more like call that being redundant. A redundant liar. Okay, Ronnie Q and lying in the same sentence would get you fucked up. Yeah. Hey, DC Kool-Aid, how are you? I am glad you like them. I am glad you like them. Let me make sure I got everybody. I think I got everybody. Okay. Brianna Busted Beans. Oh, I saw you. Ronnie Q off the porch, and the sun ain't even up in Cali. Nowhere near. Nowhere near up. Okay. So I want to talk about something I saw I heard ODS talk about. I was on the replay again, so I wasn't able. Hey, Grand Rising, Miss T Velocity. Um, I wasn't able to hit the link, but I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't talk about any real life things yesterday other than what was on the YouTube streets. But he was talking about the app Blue Sky. So are you guys familiar with that? They've taken over. They've taken a lot of users who have abandoned X, and a lot of people are going over to Blue Sky instead of X. Have you guys heard of that about that mass exodus from X since this election? So there's a mass exodus, and Blue Sky is not a black-owned company. Is my whole point. I don't know if he thought it was, but no, there are some black-owned companies that you can join that do the same thing that Blue Sky actually does. So if you guys are thinking about leaving Twitter, you heard about that. If you guys are you signed up Sunday. If you guys are thinking about leaving Twitter, there are some black companies, but I think this was like 4 days ago. Blue Sky had earned like $23 million in a short period of time, and they're expected to earn up to $100 million by the end of the month. So I think that I think that we as a people understand from throughout history when we support each other that it's a good thing for us. So let me Blue Sky. This is the guy who created. Thank you, Miss Queenie. I'm going to talk about them. This is the guy who created Blue Sky. He was also in on the beginning stages of Twitter. So I'm going to share something with you guys. Let me present. What do I want to share with you guys? See, because I have more things to talk about. I don't walk around here as if I'm some elite motherfucker and you guys are just peasants and trash. And but the only thing that I can talk about is people. I can give you information that will help you in your real life. You know, the real life that you live, not a motherfucker on YouTube sitting up there in their feelings because they done told too much of their life and they looking like whole bums out here themselves. Okay, so let me share this information with you that may be helpful to you. Black social, black-owned social media. Okay, let's share this. I'm gonna drop the link in my chat for you as well. Okay, here's the link. Hey, beans and cornbread. Back, um, Jack Dorsey owns Periscope and sold partial ownership of Twitter. Thank you. Thank you for that. I wonder why it's not sharing screen. Oh, I have the banner up. Duh. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let me remove this comment. Okay, here we go. Now, for the culture, black-owned social media platforms to replace Twitter with. So, if you check this out, since so many people are leaving Twitter, it gives you some information on some black-owned social media account. Now, this is kind of old. They say since he took over the company, they had suffered a 50% drop in advertising revenue. Uh, he has lost quite a bit more since then. See, this is an old article. This is way back in July of 2023. So let's see who are. Bean is one black-owned app. I didn't hear about much about that. I didn't even know Black Planet was still alive. I had no idea. These are the ones that I heard of. Fanbase. I have heard of Fanbase. Fanbase is a content app where users can share photos, videos, live streams, and long form content. It offers an option to monetize posts by gaining subscribers for exclusive content while also allowing users to have followers like other photo video sharing apps. Uh, Frequency people, is that the one? Uh, Let me see. Melanin, melanin people. Okay, that's the other one that I heard of. So there's a link to some apps that I've heard of. You may want to see if any of these apps uh, is something that you would be interested in. Spill, that's the other one I heard of. Spill. Okay, Spill is a groundbreaking app developed by former Twitter's employee. Spill was gaining popularity before the release of Instagram version of Twitter known as Threads. However, Spill had already captured the attention of users seeking meaningful discussions and more positive online experience. So Spill is the one that I've heard of. I've heard of melanated people, and I also have heard of fan base. So I would I think that the top two I would check out is fan base and spill, but you may want to check the other ones out. It's time for us to understand that we are not people of color. We are black people, and it's time to us to fall in order. That's all I have to say, and I hope you guys check out some of these other apps. So you know quit being sheep and being led. People they're really upping. They have talked about this blue sky on every. Oh, let me share this with you. One more thing. Let me share one more thing with you. Yes, I'm starting early with my sharing. Okay. Let me make sure my sound is on.
Everybody feels the type of way about X and how they feel, but overwhelmingly, a lot of Black people have said that they want to leave X because it's racist and right wing, and they want to find other apps. And collectively, a lot of the white community on X felt the same way. And so they identified an app, which is Blue Sky, which has been around for a few years already and raised about $23 million. And they mass exited over to Blue Sky. Now, in that same process, Fanbase is a Black founded app, and Spill is a Black founded app. And what I want to point out is the amount of coverage that Blue Sky is getting currently is remarkable. If you haven't seen Blue Sky, check out Blue Sky. It's not better than Twitter. It doesn't have the functionality as Twitter does. But the fact that so many people are downloading Blue Sky and their user base is skyrocketing, they got like 1 million users in a few days, they can go out and raise more money over the 23 million that they've already raised. That's important because then it helps them build the app to compete with X. I'm going to name a bunch of media sites that have talked about Blue Sky since all this has happened. I'm going to name them. Listen to these. The Washington Post, BBC, USA Today, Forbes, Vox, PC Magazine, The Verge, The New York Times, TechCrunch, NBC News, CNET, Lifehacker, Mashable, The Guardian, ZDNet, Slate. So out here in this whole vortex of shifting.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the link. You can hear the rest of this. I just wanted you to hear how this is spreading like wildfire, spreading by mouth. And we have Black companies who are out here doing the same. He said that this blue, I think he said, no, I read that the Blue Sky doesn't allow you to upload videos. So you see that these Black owned apps do allow you to do that and to be monetized. So quit being sheep is all I'm saying. Quit thinking the white man's water is colder. That's what I'm saying. Do your homework and support your own instead of always trying to tear down your own. Okay, that's all I have. Hey, T. Danielle, thank you for being here. I'm going to check out Spiel. Okay, my entire family left X. Hey, Dr. Soapy, how you doing? What's going on? So that's the only thing that I wanted to talk to ODS about. I didn't know. Yeah, spread the word. Spread the word. Okay. We must delineate ourselves from other groups. They're trying to attach themselves to our political injustice claims for their own gain. We're not people of color. We are Black people for Black us. Exactly. We are not people of color because when has anybody ever stood up for for our issues? For our issues, we're always out there marching for other people's issues and stuff. And when they vote their interest, and their interest. They don't care as long. I don't even want to get into that shit. It's just, their interests rarely are in line with our interests. They are always looking for ways to separate themselves and be a different type of person, more akin to the people who are trying to bash them down. They're trying to think that I guess it'll take 400 years of them before they realize that this is the only position you're going to be given. They'll never take you as being an equal. So we got to do what we got to do. Uh, I was listening to something, and they said, well, I think it was on one of my clips. Well, black people ought to stay together and get together, and um, it's nothing wrong with black people spending money with themselves. And this is a white man, and he was basically saying, "Y'all need to stay over there and just do business with yourselves and this, that, and the other." But when we did, what did you guys do? You hated it. And you came in and robbed, burned, and pillaged and unalived the ones who were doing that successfully. So it's not like they just want you to do that. No, they don't want you to do that. They just want you to suffer. It's time for suffering to be over. That's all I'm saying. So, what do you guys have to say about that? Anything? Shall I go move forward? Let me see. Rocco got an attitude because he don't like what? Girl, girl, tell me about it. I said I'm gonna have to, and I didn't think that I was gonna. They hate stepping in puddles. It's just a whole lot going on. I hate going out in the rain. Okay, so let me see. Miss 313. Just like the word woke was originally a positive word for Black awareness, and it still is. And that's why it's a negative word for the white right. Because who wants the Black man to be positive and have a positive outlook and be like, hey, stay woke. If you're woke, we can get past this, we can get through this. So, that's a horrible word. Okay. I have some clips up about the woke generals in the military that they want to get rid of. Specifically saying woke generals. Always having a diva moment. Yes, girl. Hey, room shaker, how are you? Hey, Miss Toby, how are you? Or they add highways through the area, for example. I'm not familiar. Hati community in Durham, North Carolina. Exactly. You're exactly right. Okay. Now, I don't. I think Miss Toby gave me this as well yesterday. Um, in California, they are some Black families have Black and Mexican families, but the picture had a whole lot of Black people have won. I think it was like $8.5 million in Palm Springs, plus another $10.5 million from the city of Palm Springs that did just that. Uh, took over their land to, I think, build the freeway. I think the 15 or something going through their land, of course. And Palm Springs is one of the highest places to have real estate. So this happened in the 60s, and they're just paying them. And the price, not for nothing, the price of real estate in Palm Springs, I really think they are very underpaid, but they did award them that. of the rain, half lap and poodle, looks out the window and one, oh, girl. It's just like it's time for you to go. You have to go, and they'll be like, "No, I'm not going out." They'll be holding fast, like I'll wait till later. They do not want to go out in the rain. It's their go-to dog whistle to ban against us. Whatever agenda they're trying to push. It was critical race theory. What else it was? And then it was something else, and then it was woke. CRT, that was in the midterm elections, and then it was something else, and now it's woke. Okay, so DEI. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Shy Girl Complex. Now these words have a whole different meaning. It's weird. Exactly. Okay, so I want to share this with you. Okay, we see the setup. We see all of these appointees, two of which have XA allegations with them. The Fox News guy, come to find out in 2017, he was at some convention, and he was working at Fox. He's only a weekend anchor. I imagine 2017 he was probably a page or some shit, but he didn't want them to find out that he went to a convention. He was with somebody. They were both obviously drunk. She said she woke up in his hotel room and didn't know what happened, and she was very groggy. They met at a bar. There was nothing saying that there was anything slipped in her drink or if she was just drunk. She was there with her husband. Didn't even show up that night in her own room with her husband. And then they took her to get a SA kit, and for some reason it wasn't enough to file charges. He had her to sign a NDA, and that was supposed to be it. But now he has this same Fox Weekend host up to run the whole Defense Department. Okay, so and the only thing that he has, the only criteria he has really met is loyalty. So I told you guys before, I showed this before. I want to show this again because you have Getz, who is supposed to be the top cop. They want him to be the top cop. And now there's more information coming out about the alleged 17-year-old. Her friend is the one who testified. She said she had been paid for relations by Getz on many occasions. They talked about the illegal substances that were at these parties that they partook in. She's talking about the orgies. Her lawyer has come out and detailed her claims. And she said that that night she had relations with Getz, and she walked outside. You hear me? Outside. She walked outside. They used to go to Airbnbs. They used to fly them out of town. That's trafficking. When you're flying underage girls out of town for that type of stuff, that's why they're looking at the trafficking of it all. So they were flown out of town, allegedly. All of these things, the friend's attorney is saying. She said after having had relations with this guy, Getz, that she walked outside and she saw her friend, who she's known through years, through high school, who she knew to be underage, laid out on a ping pong table having relations with the same Getz. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Chaba. Okay, so Project 2025 said that all of these departments are going to be replaced with people who want to tear these government departments down. I played you the clips of it coming right out of one of the authors of this Project 2025. So I also played you this, but I don't know if all of you saw this. I want you to see what the vice president, who the vice president is out here quoting and the beliefs of the person that he's out here quoting. Hey, Candy Cane, real quick, let me present this. And we're going to talk about it. I really want to talk about this right here because it's frightening. It really is.
Should be, in his words, ripped out like a tumor. Up to is the fact that most of American life and culture should be, in his words, ripped out like a tumor. Those are, again, his words, not mine. Watch.
Our leaders right now are so corrupt and so vile that if you assimilate into their culture, you're assimilating into like garbage liberal elite culture. You're not assimilating into traditional American culture. And so this is a tough pickle for me. I don't even know what the right answer is here, because you can't just teach these things. You can't teach that we live in a great country if the leaders are actively aligned against it. So almost the thing that you need to do, step one in the process, is to totally replace, like rip out like a tumor, the current American leadership class, and then reinstall some sense of American, political religion.
He said reinstall, not re-elect. He said reinstall. Did you hear what he said? I hope you heard what he said. It's so corrupt, this whole American way of life, that it can't be fixed. You have to reinstall. So let's hear what else he says.
Something that I would like to zero down on. How do we effectively, quote, rip out the disgusting leadership class?
Oh, man. I mean,
because let me expand on that just a second, because and I'm going to give you a little cover here, because it's not just, obviously elections, that's one thing. Okay. But unfortunately, this evil leadership class has already taken over all of our institutions. Current pipeline is to turn them into those people that we just called evil and disgusting. How do we, aside from elections, how do we rip out this leadership class? So these institutions are corrupted and rotted to the core. This elite ideology is everywhere and in all the things. What other options do we have besides voting them out, which we're seeing is ineffectual?
Yeah. So again, this is like a tough question, but this is maybe the question that confronts us right now. There's this guy, Curtis Yarvin, who's written about some of these things.
Knowing chuckle there. There's this guy, Curtis Yarvin, who's written about some of these things. This is Curtis Yarvin, who J.D. Vance is citing here as he is talking about the need to, seize the universities, use the government to destroy businesses who aren't right-wing, talking about needing to rip out the American system like a tumor. Here's the guy he is citing as his sort of the source of his thinking on these matters.
So I introduced this very complicated problem to a simple 4-letter acronym, which is RAGE. And RAGE stands for retire
all government employees.
Very, very, very simple. Now, the problem with this is, why have you never heard this before? Why has no one ever suggested, let's just get rid of this thing? You have government in Washington. You're either for it or against it. What is government? A government is just a corporation which owns the country. Nothing more, nothing less. It so happens that our sovereign corporation is very poorly managed. And there's a very simple way to replace that, which is what we do to all corporations that have failed. We simply delete them. We haven't been able to do that with our government for 2 years. So it's gotten a little bit stale.
We should delete the U.S. government because it's stale. It has been around for too long. We haven't been able to do that, meaning delete our government for 200 years, so it's gotten a bit stale. It's been around too long. So what would that entail, deleting the U.S. government?
The other thing about getting rid of your government is you can't just say, well, the limits of the government are the limits of the formal government. You have to say, well, what is the system actually? And it includes a lot of things that are called NGOs, things that are called universities, things that are funded by the state. It's a very, very large system, and it all needs to be destroyed. Fortunately, there's a lot of talented Americans who actually know how to run things and make things work and are generalists. And you can just get these people, put them in a position of responsibility, and have them do.
You can just get these universities, all of these other things. You can just get these people and put them in. What is that? What is that? Okay, let's continue.
Thing. And finally, you need a CEO, and a national CEO is what's called a dictator.
And finally, you need a CEO. A natural CEO is called a dictator. And this is who your vice president is out here doing interviews, repeating the teachings of this fool.
Same thing. There's no difference between a CEO and a dictator. If Americans want to change their government, they're going to have to get over their dictator phobia.
If Americans want to change their government, they're going to have to get over their dictator phobia.
Most power.
Okay, so I'm going to drop this link and you guys can hear the rest of her commentary on that. Do you guys remember me giving you this information? James Watson. In other words, get rid of democracy and replace it with a dictatorship. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, it is. Hey, Crominati Baron, Grand Rising. They want to destroy the very thing that they were elected to do. But he earlier called Rump a... Exactly. But he has come around to knowing that if he is if he's against him, there's nothing for him. But if he rides with him, he gets power. They just want power at any cost. They are willing to accept a dictatorship because they are not going to be on the other side of it. See, they to the victor goes the spoils. But how long are they going to be okay? At what point? At what point the nation wouldn't? I don't know. At what point the nation wouldn't rise up against them? At what point will they not? You see that they have all these pictures with Elon Musk and Trump sitting together, and Trump looking all like, "Oh God, you're here again." And the dude who is trying to be over the feds, I forget what his name is, and they say like he's under his thumb. Both the guy who's trying to get over the feds and the guy not over the feds, over the what is it? I'll go back to that. But Elon Musk is up under him, and he is like sick of him, and he's sick of the other guy who's brown nosing up there at Mar-a-Lago. So they have been calling this a joint presidency. So it seems like he's a little sick of it at this time. So let me remove that. People better wake up quick before they end up back on a physical plantation. Yeah, but people around here, these educated elite motherfuckers are around here talking about Ronnie Q. And let me tell you something about Ronnie Q. I don't know anything about her, but hey, let me put this lie out. And as long as I have an audience and get attention for being a lion's scumbag, I'm okay. Oh, we're talking about Ronnie Q. Hey, you Negroes, you're beneath me. All of this stuff that's about to hammer your motherfucking life is not important. Let's tell lies about Ronnie Q. Okay, what else do I have? Let me see. I gave you this. Let's talk about these generals. Okay. Let's talk about what they want to do to these generals. At a time when there have been more high-ranking black generals that have elevated through the ranks. I'll show you this right here.
board to purge generals. There's some really amazing new reporting in the Wall Street Journal that we just got. I'm going to share it with all of you for your reaction. Wall Street Journal just dropped a story under this headline, quote, Trump draft executive order would create board to purge generals. The panel could upend the military.
This portable warm air blaster will be in every home in the U.S. by 2026.
Let me
it
get
can
through
heat
this
a 900.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Quote, the Trump transition team is considering of the military. Quote, the Trump transition team is considering a draft executive order that establishes a warrior board of retired senior military personnel with the power to review 3- and 4-star officers and to recommend removals of any deemed unfit for leadership. If Trump approves the order, it could fast track the removal of generals and admirals found to be lacking in requisite leadership qualities, according to a draft of the order reviewed by the Wall Street Journal. But it could also create a chilling effect on top military officers, given the president-elect's past vow to fire woke generals, referring to officers seen as promoting diversity in the ranks at the expense of military readiness. I don't know if Paul Wright.
Okay. Now, this whole statement, wokeness and diversity in place of military readiness. So if you are promoting diversity in the military, you are less ready. But if you put, this is the same one who wants to put somebody over the Department of Justice, who has no experience working any type of a program or any type of large scale anything. But so you're talking about the military, and it has the largest budget in government. You're talking about putting a weekend Fox host over the whole military. But God forbid that there's some diversity in the military. That means you're promoting wokeism, and you're promoting promoting people of all races. You're promoting diversity, so they'll be less ready because they're more diverse. Make it make sense. I dropped the link for you there. You guys can finish watching that. Let me see. Now, let's talk about the military some more. So, have you guys heard that he has decided that he is going to? Wait a minute. Let me slow down. Let me see what you guys got to say about that. In other words, get rid of the black generals. Exactly. Because they would be less prepared if you're worrying about hiring a black general. Why hire a black general? So black generals are supposed to be so incompetent, but yet they rose through the ranks of a general in the United States military, which is surely, we know how racist the military is, because it's a microcosm of the United States that we live in. It's all about power. That's why slavery lasted so long. Slavery gave them a sense of power and superiority. Exactly. So I just wanted to talk about that. The Democrat Party should have gotten Trump when they could. I blame them for being a weak party. Let me tell you something. They are talking about he has won a mandate. A mandate is a sweeping win. Now, if you take out the people who voted for a third party candidate, like Jill Stein or them dummies that went in there, and I don't like either one of them, so I'm gonna write somebody in. If you count their votes that they threw away, and the votes of the motherfuckers who wouldn't even get out for their ass to vote, if you just take the third party alone and give it to Harris would have won. That's how close this race is. but they're acting as if this is what the people want. We have a sweeping mandate. No, they do not have a sweeping mandate. They wouldn't win if they gave those thrown away votes to third parties to Harris. That's how close the election was. So if you hear this mandate, we have a mandate. A mandate means you won by a huge wide margin, some 60-40 type shit. So so let's be clear. It ain't what they saying. I agree, 313. Democrats are like the beef sector, too much infighting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now they have this group that was in Michigan, and they called themselves something like, I'm not sure. I don't quote me. Something like middle of the road. You haven't convinced me. I'm not saying here nor there, but you wouldn't put your support behind Harris about the Palestinian situation. So now, after the election is over, now you are upset that he has put Huckabee over to be the Israeli ambassador. But you just wasn't sure. You didn't, she didn't win me over. That's why I didn't. But Huckabee says he don't even believe there are Palestinian people. He said that there is no Palestinian land. It's Sumatra and something else. But now you're like, well, I hope Biden does something before he gets out of office, because I can't believe that. No, you can't believe that you made a whole movement talking about you need to be further convinced before you would vote for Harris or Trump. And you sowed that seed of doubt in many people's mind. And then the bitch had the nerves to say, well, I didn't think it would make such a difference. Well, bitch, if you didn't think it would make a difference, why have a whole motherfucking movement? I ain't never known somebody who set up a whole movement thinking it would not make a difference, but you don't like the difference that it made, bitch. And it, okay, listen. There's a lot going on. Yeah, that's why I never allowed any of my children to sign up for the racist military. Okay, and Dearborn Mission and all the Muslim, the undecided movement. Thank you. That's it. The undecided movement. Yes, that's what it is. And the black people are giving them hell. That's the movement, the undecided movement. So you decided now, or has it been decided for you? Okay, I heard someone proudly say that they left the top line on the ballot blank. I thought to myself, you just voted for Trump without voting for him, idiot. Yeah, we're doing it to ourselves. That's exactly what's happening. I have a couple of more things that I wanted you guys to see. Hold on one second. Let me skip this. What is this one? Hold on. Okay. Oh, and let's talk about what Trump said that he would be doing with his Justice Department. Uh, let's talk about this. That he will be going after enemies of his enemies. So let's see what some people who are surely won't be in the FBI and the Justice Department are doing now. Let's see if they believe him. Let me make sure this isn't on double speed. It's on normal speed. Okay, let's see.
reportedly started reaching out to lawyers. Multiple current and former Justice Department and FBI officials have reportedly started reaching out to lawyers in anticipation of being criminally investigated by the incoming Trump administration. 3 people with knowledge of the deliberations tell NBC News that many DOJ staffers were already nervous about the possibility they would be targeted by Trump loyalists, and the selection of former Congressman Matt Gaetz to lead the Department of Justice has only increased their sense of alarm. Joining us now, author, columnist, and conservative writer Matt Lewis. Matt, we're glad you could join us this morning. So let's talk about this right now. This idea, this chilling effect that so many across the federal bureaucracy, but particularly those attached to the DOJ, feel with Trump coming in and trying to populate those agencies with his people. How real, how worried should they be?
I think it's real. This is something this is really Donald Trump's campaign theme, was retribution. He's been talking about this for years. He personally feels like he was the victim of a political witch hunt. Now, we can put aside the evidence and the actual details. I think that Donald Trump truly believes that. And if you look at the early selections he's made, including Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, it looks like he is putting people in place who would implement this campaign of retribution. So this is obviously a very un-American thing to do. I don't want to become too freaked out with the Trump derangement syndrome, but it's hard to imagine what he would be doing differently if he did not intend to kind of weaponize the Department of Justice.
Yeah, Matt, I think that's exactly right. I mean, we've heard from so many who say, "Oh, it's fine. He just says things. He doesn't mean it. Like, it won't be so different. The democracy will be fine." But we don't know that, because we have learned to largely take him at his word, and these are exactly the threats he made, and he seems to be staffing up in order to carry them out. You did write, though, that there are some silver linings here for some conservatives. Tell us what you meant by that.
Well, first, I wrote that before some of these selections, such as Matt Gaetz. But I do think it's important to try to keep perspective. So I wrote a column for The Hill saying, what could be the silver linings? What good could come from a Trump administration? And if you're a progressive...
Okay, so I dropped the link, and he said that he wrote this silver lining column before he started making his selections. So I don't even know why he is just not saying, I don't think that this article stands after seeing the people who he's been selecting. Yeah. Let me see what he's in. This is his promise to conservative white America to drain the swamp. Yeah. Project 2025 is about to be implemented. Again, people better wake up. Exactly. He is positioning all of his loyalists. So we see how they are trying to drain the military. They said that Swishwame and Musk are talking about cutting trillions of jobs. And that's one last thing. One last thing I want to share. Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 things I want to share with you. I did the woke generals. Hold on. Let's talk about utilizing the military on American soil. So they talked about in Project 2025 that they are not going to be accepting any protests, and they would actually use the military to tap down any protests. So what they're telling you is that if you have the nerve to think that you're going to strike up a protest about anything, that is about to come to you, they're going to sick the military on you. Were they serious about this? Surely they can't do that. It is against the law. Well, not if they suspend the Constitution. It ain't against anything. It's up to these dictators that you guys have decided to vote into office. So would they actually sick the military on United States citizens? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. On United States soil, should I say? Would they think about putting the military? Okay, let's see this.
Transportation. Fox News contributor and former Wisconsin.
Hold on. Another Fox News contributor, he wants to put him over the Department of Transportation. Nothing new there. So another loyalist. Okay.
The Department of Transportation. Fox News contributor and former Wisconsin Congressman Sean Duffy. CBS News has also learned the president-elect hopes to announce all of his cabinet picks by Thanksgiving. Trump is preparing for day one of his second term today, vowing to declare a national emergency and use the U.S. military to carry out a mass deportation. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns has the new details.
To carry out a campaign promise.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out.
President-elect Trump is preparing to declare a national emergency and use military assets to administer his mass deportation plan. Military personnel already offer support on the southern border, including warehouse management and clerical work, and they could legally take on additional roles. But they are not permitted to participate in civilian law enforcement activities like arresting migrants, an expansion of military might that would lead to certain legal challenges. Declaring a state of emergency would allow Trump to tap into additional funding and resources needed to carry out a mass deportation program of this scale.
The Pentagon budget, that's where the money is. It's where the people are. It's where the aircraft are. And
that's where he wants to put in the man who a 17-year-old. Let's be clear. The loyalists, the Fox News weekend. He wasn't even an anchor of a show. He was on a panel of I think 4 people was on his show. He didn't even have his own show, and he's going to put him in where the money is at the Pentagon budget. So, do you think that he's going to say no to Trump? No. He's going to say, get whatever you want.
I don't see him doing this without significant involvement from the U.S. military.
Trump named his Homeland Security team almost immediately upon being elected, tapping South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem to lead DHS, immigration hardliner Stephen Miller as Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy.
Okay, who is Stephen Miller? Stephen Miller is the one who came up with the child separation thing. So, he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. I think that everybody know that I think that this immigration has gotten out of control. But let's not forget, Biden had a plan that the Democrats and the Republicans had agreed on, and it was a Republican bill that Trump that they were going to sign into law to really cut down on this illegal immigration. But Trump told the Republicans, do not sign the bill. I want to run on this immigration issue. So let's not forget all of this stuff while we're talking about this. But now he's going to say that there is some big problem and all these executive orders and to do things that are unconstitutional. Getting the immigrants out, illegal immigrants out here, they've been needed to do that. But the illegal crossings are less now than they were when Trump left office. Let's be clear. I'm not copping for them at all, but I'm just telling you the facts that and the big media always seems to leave out these facts. Like, oh, it's so many have come in, fewer that came in under you though. So let me copy and paste this so you guys can. I'm just giving out information. I ain't talking about people. I'm talking about what the people are in store for. This reminds me of that Denzel Washington movie called The Siege. I didn't see that one. Hey, Madison. Hey, did I speak to you, TH? I see Choreo Lover has come. Choreo Lover. Okay, I've got something to say to Choreo Lover. Miss 313 Good, they would start whining about not making money and losing properties, the same as the Asians. We ice their asses out here in Cali. They had to nerve to call it Asian hate, and we keep and exactly. All of the money that the Hispanics makes off of blacks as well, all of the money they make, we need to, and that's exactly what we need to continue to do. So I just wanted to, Choreo Lover, how you doing, Choreo Lover? I don't know. You probably don't go over to Stump Downs, but I thought that I would give you this information. I went over to Stump Downs, and he was like, I had to tell y'all that Talent and Rodney is over there running down on A View is a View, Ronnie Q, and he was saying somebody, a Creole something, but it was you. It was Choreo Lover. He was saying Creole. I think he was got the names mixed up, but I'm sure. And I was like, why would they be running down on Creole? I didn't go over there. I don't have time to waste. But then as he kept on saying the lady Creole, and I was like, he must mean Choreo Lover. So just FYI, I'm giving you the information. What you do with it is what you do with it. I have no idea what was said or expressed, but I don't have time to talk about bullshit and lies over here on YouTube. I ain't got time for any of this shit because life is about to be toppled up and thrown around. So who got time for this dumb shit? Okay. Now I wonder, are the illegals only going to be from Black and Latino? You know they are. Yeah, they have no problem with the people who come over here from Canada, from Europe. None of that stuff. I don't. China is not going to take all the immigrants who have been coming in through the southern border. Yeah, let's be clear. I talked about it. I showed you guys all the Chinese who have been coming straight through the southern border, and China is not going to take their refugees back at all. They are not going to be allowed back in China, and so they're not worried about them at all. So and then they said the other guy. Besides Stephen Miller, I dropped the video and I also X'd it out. I dropped the link in the video. The other guy he used to be over ICE, I believe, and he was down with the child separation. Some of these children have not been reunited with their families. Some of these children were infants who are changing every day, who they didn't even bother to figure out how to keep them in contact with their parents and have not seen their parents again. See, you know why I'm against all of this, all of these undocumented immigrants coming over the border and sucking up our resources. I'm not against you separating a mother from her child. I'm not for. I am against you taking a mother from their child, never to be seen again, because you got these carnal as assholes, racists over a department. No, I'm not for that. Now, Trump has said that Asians are the first on ICE. Oh, did he? I didn't hear that. The Chinese are the largest group to cross the border. It wasn't Hispanic. Hispanics. It was Chinese. Thank you. But they can't not send them back to China. Where they going? Where the fuck they gonna send them? They ain't gonna send them nowhere. Hey, Silky Black. Did you know our refugees can get 12 months free healthcare when I can hardly afford it myself? Yes, California is. I listen, Silky Black. Listen, Silky Black. I am against all of the flood of immigration, all the money that they give to people who are here undocumented. I am against all of that. I am against having to speak Spanish to get jobs in California in so many places. I'm against all of that. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the things, the way that they're going to do this, and while ignoring other demographics of people. See, they are not the only ones who are over here living illegal. These people have come through the southern border. These people straight from China, and they are absorbed into our whole system. So don't get it twisted. And look at all the money that has been spent to house them, to feed them. All of those high-end shelters that they were building up, hotel stays, and all of this type of shit. While you got veterans, while you got senior citizens getting their well, they're gonna cut them checks anyway. Senior citizens getting their checks cut. People who have paid taxes, a lot of people who have gone to war and fought for this country are not getting what they are giving these people. So I don't get it fucked up. No, do not get it fucked up. But we got to stick together. That's all I'm saying. There was something else. I want to make sure. We are the same way in Detroit. We will shut your business down. We have New Era Detroit. We stick together. That's what, and that's the bottom line. And that's the bottom line. We gonna have to get our shit together. And while word of mouth is good, like that blue, what was it? Blue Sky app that everybody is leaving X for. No, you go to a black app. You go to a black owned app. You put money in their pocket. You give them advertising revenue because they see how big that black app is grown. That's what you do. Fuck all this other shit. So while you getting word of mouth, make sure you get an ear full of facts. That's all I'm saying. Okay. He said the second would be Muslims from the Middle East. Now, what the fuck? I don't. Okay, I do not understand how you're not going to see no Chinese. You're not going. I'm beans and cornbread. He may have said that, but in these roundups of people that you ain't gonna see them rounding up no motherfucking Asian. You ain't gonna see them going in no nail shops, no massage shops, nothing. You are not going to. I'm thinking. I'm just assuming. I could be wrong, but I think that all you're gonna see is people from South America. Where are they going to send them back? They're going to send them back to Taiwan or something, because they can't go back to China if they from China. They're going to send them back to Vietnam. They're going to send them back to whatever. No, I will see, but I don't believe it. That's what I'm saying. And now the Muslims, I can believe. Hey, Miami Popo. Now, I'm beans and cornbread. I don't know if you saw that show that I did where I showed all the people from China because they can fly somewhere without using their passport, and they have a whole network of how to get these Chinese people all the way from the tip of South America up to America, where they were just coming by the loads of them, and they weren't looking raggedy and poor like the people who were coming from Venezuela and all this type of stuff. No, they had rolling suitcases, they had their little spring jackets on and all of this type of stuff. They weren't looking poor because it cost them a lot of money, and they're coming over with money, and they're coming over with assets, and they have bed and breakfast. It was like the underground railroad that is allowed to be above grounds. They had Airbnbs at different stops, and they have a whole WhatsApp app to guide them and maneuver them all the way from China to America, up to what fence to crawl through. And then once they crawled through the fence, you had a caravan of ICE people picking them up. They pick them up and then they give them a date, just like they do the people from South America, and say, come back to this date. And then 2 days later, they are some of the people who are working in your nail shop doing nails, ain't never did nails before, ain't got no cosmetology license. And that's why one person talked to them. They all live together, look out for each other. They don't have to apply for no job because everything that they get is in network with each other. But we can't get shit. We can't do shit. We can't get a job in network. We have to depend on motherfuckers who want to not give us a job at every turn because we don't stick together. We'll know some Black people will know that their company is hiring and won't tell a family member or friend that they know that needs a job that their job is hiring. That's how grimy some of us are. But see, these people, they have a built-in network. We got to get our shit on code together. That's all I'm saying. Shit, we like to throw the motherfucking rope over the highest tree branch for ourselves, for our own. Let's keep it real. You're exactly right. The Asians would be allowed to stay, whereas people with a tan will be kicked out, slowly getting rid of anything that is not white. Yeah, he may have said that. Hey, where's me? I just don't believe that. Same complaints over in Europe. Immigrants will always exist. Yes, we were talking about the boats that they are putting the immigrants on. To get them out, the immigrants that are coming from, where are they coming from? The African immigrants and the Muslim immigrants, and they're putting them on boats, in raggedy ass boats, to just ship them off so they can just get out of there. Me and Z Sarah was talking. I think they're coming from Cameroon. It's not Cameroon. It's from, I forget where it's from. I have it on the tip of my, but yeah, they're and the boats are capsizing, coming to land just in pieces and stuff, and a lot of people are losing their lives because they're shipping them off and don't want them there. So let's be clear, it's just racism. That's what it is. Get special treatment, houses, money, etc. Somalian, yeah, Somalia, but several nations in Africa they're coming from. But yeah, I just wanted to let me see if there's any more. Okay, I gave you. Oh, if we think it's bad, now, I just want to give you an example. See, if we don't nip this in the bud, because like I say, they don't want us to know history, because we would be doomed to repeat history. So we all saw me show that several men talking about after the win, your body, my choice. I showed you guys that, right? These people celebrating, these men celebrating like they have autonomy over women's bodies. And I just want to show you guys this real quick. And it's going to shock you, because a lot of women are going in on this this foolishness. And not older women. We're talking about younger women are buying into this bullshit. Let me show you this. Hold on one second. Okay, here it is. I want you to look at this young couple.
Please sign the petition.
Hold on one second. These are young people. Okay.
And entitled, I was making a joke.
God.
It's a joke.
Has been allowed into organizations. And to be very clear, while I think that tweet by itself is pretty bad, it's not the only time they've drawn people's attention. Is an ambassador to Turning Point USA.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not.
Has apparently been seen at Kerry Lake fundraisers, taking photos with top staffers or whatever. This is an influencer who's been allowed into organizations. And to be very clear, while I think that tweet by itself is pretty bad, it's not the only time they've drawn people's attention. Take a look at this montage.
If you have stage 4 cancer, there's a reason why no man wants you. Because he wants to put your hair. I feel like to young women, unironically, they need to find a man that's.
I have a lot to say on that one.
Very misogynistic.
I think Malcolm X is based. I'm Malcolm X.
Cool guy, yeah.
I would say he's based if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking of getting a job.
It's a
I'm
joke.
a 10. I'm at a 10 racist right here. My husband's texting me, and he said that he wanted me to tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point about the cancer comment, which was a complete joke. And a lot of people got mad at me about this. It was in response to Dixie D'Amelio exchange.
So the only thing that she wants you to be clear on, it was a joke. It was a joke. None of the black shit. It was no, bitch. You're trying to rewrite history. So this is a young MAGA couple. They are married and they have all of these Christian values, and they are spouting their Christian values. Don't get it twisted. These are their Christian values. Okay, she's an influencer who is all over the place. They are upholding this dingbat all over the place. So he's not showcasing them because he agreed with them. He's showcasing the creator of this video who's interviewing them. He is really showcasing their ignorance. Well, let's continue.
Shaving her head. And I just want to say I was vindicated because after this election, all the feminists now shaved their head bald because they don't want men to find them attractive. So they actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients came out and they were like offended.
Now women with alopecia and who have cancer are like, I'm not part of this movement. Like, you guys are crazy and entitled. I was making a joke that these crazy feminists just proved my point. Shout out to these rabid feminists.
Screaming about someone not being appealing when they have cancer is very different than your thoughts about a feminist thing.
It was a joke.
That's like 4 seconds of the entire video.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice too.
I've watched your full videos. The context doesn't help.
Okay, first of all, that's like that video of her. That's from like 2.5 years ago.
Okay, all right, cool. So then you back off.
She's adapting a little bit, changing a little bit more.
I've definitely become more like empathetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being a.
Okay, so if she's why is she adapting a little bit and changing a little more? If it was a joke, why are you coming out here saying she's adapting? Because you realize you insulted people who could be white with cancer, but none of that black stuff you are going in hard to say was a joke. So she said she's changing because she's become a mother now, and listen to what she says to that. Let's continue.
Aesthetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being a. Apparently.
But no, I would say you've adapted and you've learned and you've changed a lot and become way more empathetic and understanding. Totally.
Now she knows. She just told you. I changed. Yeah, I changed when I had my daughter, but I'm back to being a bitch again now, apparently. And she's looking at him for the right answer. Look at her looking at him. Did I say the right thing, honey? And he said, no, I say you've changed a lot. No, she ain't changed nothing. Let's catch this. Catch this dumb bitch.
Aesthetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being a. Apparently.
But no, I would say you've adapted and you've learned and you've changed a lot and become way more empathetic and understanding. Totally.
Just radically empathetic from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Just
I also have dark humor though.
We're not saying that she's radically empathetic. We're saying that she's taking steps more towards empathy than before.
No, that ain't what you said. No, that is, you said she's way more empathetic. And see, they're dummies, a bunch of dummies out here spewing all of this hate, all of this vitriol, but they are saying that they are Christians. Let's get to the women voting. I only brought this up here so you can get a gist of them. I want to get to the women voting aspect of it all. I don't want to put you guys through too much of this.
Watch why Japanese people eat white.
Hold on. Let me. I want to get to their beliefs on women's vote.
Fastest way is to raise your blood sugar up,
and then be with your family. That's your choice. But why do
misogynistic thing to say, agent?
Nor all the stories of Jesus
this
being
was all love and this was
being
everything
woke for the time. I'm going to the outcasts of the time and showing the ability to love people through even lifestyles that Christianity would say.
Just put people. Were there even closets at the time?
Yeah.
There. Oh yeah. So and there was the saying of get back into the closet. Like this is the thing, bro. You're like autistically analyzing this. Like where did Jesus say? In Matthew,
talk about the verse about shame.
In Matthew 14, Jesus says, hey, homo, get back in the closet. Never happened.
No, I'm saying look at the principle. Have you actually read the Bible?
Yes.
Like 7 times.
Okay, so you know that every Jesus-related story was not him convincing people to follow God by spitting on them or hating them. It was actually him going to those who were the outcasts of the time. It was him going to the outcasts of the time and showing the ability to love people through even lifestyles that Christianity would say are wrong.
No, you're wrong, because what does Jesus say in the Bible? He says, go and let the dead bury the dead. This man wanted to follow Jesus, and he said, I have to go give a funeral to my father. He just died. And he said, no, let the dead bury the dead.
What do you see the ignorance in these motherfuckers saying that Jesus was not compassionate? He said, let the dead bury the dead. Go let the dead bury the dead. This is his retort. Okay, let's continue.
Come and follow me. He told that.
Doesn't refute what I'm saying. I'm saying don't ignore all the stories of Jesus
this was all love and this was
being
everything.
Woke for the time.
Wait, what?
Jesus was the biggest wokester of the time.
No, he was loving. He was a
So
servant.
where's that publicly? Why can't I see y'all talking about the importance of loving? Do you actually believe this election would be so much better if women couldn't vote?
I think every election.
Or is that joke?
No, women should not be voting.
Even women in the 1920s largely didn't want.
When you look at the women's
vote.
suffrage movement and what they did, there were 2 sides. Women were advocating for women not to get into politics. But see, people.
I'm sure some women were.
No, not some. There were a
People
lot.
like her.
No, there were a lot of people.
Hey, I'm not that old, okay? People like to talk about my age online. I'm not that old. Gosh, what a misogynistic thing to say.
Hey,
Ageist.
take it back. Take it back.
I'm sorry.
The use of the day.
Oh, okay.
The use of the day.
Look, he told her to take it back, take it back. And she said, I'm sorry. And he wasn't even talking to her. He was talking to him. She said, I'm sorry. And this is an influencer. So these are the young people coming up. These are the young MAGA people coming up. These are the idiots that are coming up that we have, if we let this bullshit take hold, it will run generationally deep. So I dropped that link right there. I want to make sure. Okay, let me see. Dumb as a boxer out. These people disgust me. How do the dead bury dead? That was a Bible. They was reading a Bible verse, but he was taking it literally to say that Jesus wasn't so compassionate and this, that, and the other. Forgetting all other things in the Bible that he read about Jesus. He said Jesus was one of the most woke people there ever was in the Bible. He's like, he used the word woke in the same term as Jesus being woke. And he's like, so there's that. I dropped the link in here. Please see what young MAGA is up to. Yes. She said women shouldn't vote. I think it's a little bit more about the voting. Let me see.
I'm saying.
But there were literally women who did not want women to get into politics.
I'm sure. There are a lot of really
do you explore and
in the
do you
world.
read about them? Do you read about why? Would you guess as
They
to why?
probably had similar views to y'all.
But guess why they didn't want women to go into politics?
I don't know, the self-hating, something like that.
Self-hating.
Yeah.
No, it's because they love their families. They love having children.
Please.
They want to
there
focus.
it is again. Then be with your family. That's your choice. But why do you insist on making other people's choices for them?
Do you know that there is a mass
freedom, baby?
Do you know that women voting is not freedom, bro?
But by saying women shouldn't vote, and I know this is what you believe, and I don't know if I would ever change your view on this, but it's like the biggest, most simple way to put men and women on such a different value. You're valuing them wildly different,
and it's still equality.
Where in reality, of course, women who are part of society, who are equal citizens, who are equal people, should be having a say in their democracy.
Democracy is cringe.
It's mob rule. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery.
Trump got the popular vote. It's true. Trump is the democracy king at the moment. So that's great. But at the end of the day, like if there were a room full of people that thought like me and Isabella, you would hate democracy too, wouldn't you?
There have been majorities, and we worked through our democracy
Yes or no?
to convince people. No, I want to hate democracy.
Really?
That's how things were before, and then we use our democracy to make the country better.
The only thing more popular than
All right. I can't. I watched the whole segment. I dropped the link. I cannot go through this again. Okay. So my last link I'm going to drop for you. I didn't know a lot of stuff about Elon Musk. Please go through this and find out about Elon Musk. Okay. I'm going to drop this link. I'm not going to play any of this link. I think the reason why, after watching this clip that I just dropped in, I think the reason why Elon Musk wants to cut so much in the budget, because he wants to the budget to support him and his projects that he has no idea about, that he goes out and buy Twitter from someone. He goes out and buy that SpaceX program that he has. He buys out the co-founder of Tesla and get all of this government money. He had 5 times that he tried to set that rocket into space, and it failed 4 out of the 5 times. And after that one successful launch, he got, I think I think it was a billions of dollar contract. It was only going to be given to two companies, and Elon Musk space program was one of the two, and they had a they had a 4 out of 5 failure in doing what they said they were proficient in, space exploration. So let that sink in. If you don't know nothing about Elon Musk, I've just heard him. I heard about him. Yeah, I didn't know any of how much money and how much money the government has been giving him to prop up his businesses. So please check out this link. Okay, so now I'm out of the links. I think I have given you guys all the links that, and if you got here late, you may want to go back and review some of these links. I feel 10% dumber after hearing them speak. I'll need a week to recover from this. I just couldn't hear anymore. I think it was something else I wanted you to hear them numbnuts talk about, but no, you got to hear. This is the youth. This is why they don't want history. I try to avoid anything about him. Okay, so listen. I didn't want to. I never cared for Elon Musk. I never cared for him. But after he is all around and talking about all the things that he's going to do, and you find out he is the biggest welfare queen in America, who is from South Africa. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And a whole welfare queen. Okay. Let me see what you guys saying. Trump is a true capitalist, no more, no less. She couldn't get a man, so she finally got one, and is just as stupid as him. Let me tell you something. This is a big influencer on the conservative side. She has mass followings of people, and like I said, she's at big Republican events and dinners and fundraisers and stuff with the likes of the dingbat Carrie Lake, who can't seem to win an election, but is always in one in Arizona and all this type of stuff. So I'm just giving you the information. Maga sorcery. My brother James Winston is pure Maga sorcery. Yes. This is why the Department of Education shouldn't be done away with. Exactly. Hey, Green Vegan, I didn't see you come in. Anybody who I didn't speak to, Carrie's like, I'm losing brain cells. You guys, that's why some of the things I am giving you to watch it. Watch it at your own leisure. Because you will not be able to watch them two dingbats twice. This is why I don't want to hear all of that religious crap. Jesus was a rebel. They know nothing about Jesus. He was a big mouth, rabble-rousing activist and advocate for the people who didn't have shit or shine Nola. Exactly. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. The dead. He said the dead bury the dead. No, the dumb burying the dumb. So these people disgust me. Yeah. I'm just catching up to your comments because I was behind the screen. When I be dropping stuff, I am usually not on the screen where I can see the chat, and so I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you having this conversation. Take these links and share them with somebody else. Now I wanna. Let me drop you guys got to, if you do nothing else, please please check out this thing about Elon Musk and how much money he's getting from our government. Okay. Let me drop this one more time. There will be a test. Okay. How about this? I want you guys to listen to this broadcast about Elon Musk. And tomorrow, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you think and what you feel about what you've learned in this link that I just put in. Put a 1 in the chat if you really don't know that much about Elon Musk. You just heard a few things. Put a 2 in the chat if you have read up or know a great little bit about him, his upbringing, and his businesses. 1, if I don't really know anything except for what I see on news clips, or 2, if you know a little bit about him and his business. Let's see. I really want to see, because I feel embarrassed that I didn't even. It's just the fact that he is so deep in our government. I was like, who is this person? Who is this person anyway? Please watch and research everything Elon Musk. You must learn your enemy. Yes, exactly. Thank you, the Green Vegan. FYI, Ronnie Q, my name wasn't mentioned when Talent was on Gomer's panel. They actually didn't even mention Creole's name. Okay. So that was, I apologize. I already told you that Stump Down be putting 20 on 10. I didn't hear it, but I just, like I told you, I didn't hear it. I forgot that I didn't even get mad about any of it. I just wanted you to have the information. I'm glad you went over there and you are clear on what happened. I give 0 fucks. I got a bigger fish to fry. I have real life to deal with, not real lies. Okay. I'm glad you know that, Choreo. Okay. So I don't see no 1s or 2s. Did you guys not vote with me? Okay. Kramati Barron says he really doesn't know. Beans and cornbread said, oh yes, I know. Okay, so I think that you Choreo Lover said, I know. Very Carey was like me. I don't know much about him by choice. I think that the choosing time is over, Very Carey. I think that we really need to know some of these things. Hello, good morning, Sweet Tea. I know a lot about him. Okay. He has an evil look in his eyes, so I don't take him in too much. But yeah, I get it. He does look evil. It's okay, Ronnie. Okay, I'm not gonna quote Stump Down like the scripture. I'm gonna send you over there if just in case you wanted to. But he kept on saying Creole something, and I was like, oh, he must mean choreo, because okay, thank you. No, Jeff Bezos. Did you say Jeff Bezos? Beans and cornbread. That's Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon and who also owns the Washington Post, who also would not allow the Washington Post editorial page to endorse a candidate when they were going to endorse Harris, something that they hadn't done in, I believe, 50-something years, because he has some things that needs to be, allegedly, he has some things that either is going to the courts, or he doesn't want Trump to interfere with his business practices or something like that. So, hey, YouTube cameras. So, yeah, that's Jeff Bezos. Okay, so I said, and a lot of people unsubscribe to the Washington Post. And I was like, he don't give a shit about the goddamn Washington Post. If y'all unsubscribe to Amazon Prime and stop and get off your asses and go to the store yourselves and shop for yourselves and then stop having your packages come to your door, that's where it would matter. See, that's where the shit would matter. If people stop using Amazon. See, the power is in the purse. YouTube cameras, that was a good show that you did yesterday. I didn't think that I would like it with Duke because I am used to Duke, being a jackass. I didn't know that he had turned over a new leaf. I wasn't familiar with any of what you were talking about individual people wise, but the context of the subject matter was right on time. I don't think the individual names needed to be put on the activities that you guys were talking about. So that really was a great show. If you guys didn't watch YouTube Cameras live last night or yesterday evening, I think you guys should go over there. Can somebody put YouTube Cameras link in the chat, because it was a good discussion. And I'm so used to Duke Farrow being the person, the time that I turn off whoever's link he's on. But it was a good conversation, I must admit. Yeah, it was a good show. Chromanati. I think you would be pleasantly surprised, because it was a good show. Oh my God, I had to come in 4 times before I could type. YouTube needs to do something. Hey, Verbal Assassin, it is good to see you. I'm telling you, I would not lie to you. I told you myself, I used to always turn off when he came on. Jane, Elon Musk was born and raised in South Africa. He brags about being, I know you lying. He brags about being African American. Ain't that something? Good morning, Ronnie Q and chat. Deanna, are you going live anytime soon? I miss you, girl. Thank you all very much for being here. Please smash the like button. James Winston, my third mod. Thank you, James Winston. I wasn't sure what to expect from that live. The last time I watched him, he was cooking with his son. I didn't see that one. Oh, you like Duke? Okay. Well, I wasn't a fan. Hey, the Unfiltered Muffy. Thank you for being here. Yep, I ain't lying, Ronnie Q. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not planned, but I might. I hadn't been keeping up. I'll be back on the Bell Collective binge. What is the name? That's what I wanted to know. Let me get my pencil. What is the name of that show that your homegirl is on? Because I could not remember what show you gave us a heads up on, and I was like, that sounds like a cop series. Like some of them are work. What is the name of that show, Deanna, that your friend is in on YouTube? I was wanting to watch that, and I couldn't remember the name of the show. Deanna has a friend who's a part of a reality series. It is played on YouTube. Let me see. I love me some Duke. Oh, girl, I couldn't stand Duke Farrow. And when he, you sitting there watching him and stuff, and you think he's sitting somewhere, and then all of a sudden that motherfucker turn around and flush the toilet, and you realize that he is pretending to been on the toilet all that time taking a dump. Nah, nothing. That was it. That was it for Duke Pharaoh. The female force. Okay, so if you guys want to check that out, it's called the female force. Hey, Naturally Lux Diva, how are you? I think that he's kind of like Wiley. I think that it seems like he says he's going on a different path, and I don't know exactly what it all entails. He talked about his last documentary. I don't know anything about that. That was the first time me hearing about that. I don't know, but I'm just saying the individual live that I saw yesterday was good. That's all I'm saying. They are all from Columbus, Mississippi. So, Choreo Lover, we may have to review the female force. They are all from Deanna's hometown, and they have a little reality show going on. It started, Deanna. I subbed to the channel, but haven't seen any notifications or anything. I'll check. I subbed to the channel as well when she first told us, but then I just thought about it, and was he the one that yes, he did P-bomb someone as well. I think he's done that several times. And then Shish Trish found out about his peen being out, and then she sent him a cash out and asked him for a personal picture, is what I heard. The married old Shish Trish was soliciting a picture for herself. That's what I heard. That's what the people are saying. Girl, you got me screaming. Thanks for the information, Beans and Cornbread. Beans and Cornbread is a wealth of information. He talks too slow for me. Well, it's a wonder you can listen to me, because I got to listen to myself on double speed. Okay, so please review it. I'm not able to review it. That's why I was. Oh, speaking of, hey D-Ham, how you doing? Grand Rising. I'm definitely going to support. Trish is dick hungry. Yes, dick hungry. I tell you. Okay. Trish is weirder than Duke. I can't. Okay. So now, where is? Have you guys seen the clip from? It's like one of those bad girl club. I also heard ODS talking about he was about to watch Bad Girls Club. Have you seen the Bad Girl Clubs and bitches who are in wheelchairs? Have you guys seen that? Let me see if I can find this, because I think you guys really need to see this. They have little short clips out and stuff, and they're in wheelchairs, and everything is it's like a wheelchair safe house, and they have a couple of little clips out, wigs flying, their CNA or their home health aide is rolling their wheelchairs up to each other so they can fight. And it is, if you thought Rolling Ray was ratchet, at least he can control his own wheelchair. And they are drinking from Patron out of the bottle and stuff. I said that cannot be healthy if you're already in a wheelchair and your body is already stressed and stuff. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I found it. I'm gonna drop the link in here. Hold on. Let's look at a few clips. Let me see how long this clip is. It's only a minute or so. Okay. And so I'm going to drop their link in here as well. So you can go on here and peruse some of these little shorts that they have out here. I'm doing this as news reporting under copyright section 107. I'm doing this for news reporting and to CNA rolling folks around. If I ain't lying, I am not lying. Okay, here's their link. Let me put the copyright banner up because I just want to show you. I'm using this under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright allowances are made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, and news reporting, teaching, and scholarship. So I'm going to teach you guys that there is a new show that is out, and I'm just reporting this to you in news reporting because I know a lot of you may not be aware. Who's aware of this? Is anybody aware of this? There is the link again. What? I didn't know that. Those are some crazy ass young ladies. If you think Mo3 pulls up, watch out for the bad girls. They do it all. What? I didn't know that. Okay, let me share this. Let me remove the comments, and I'm just going to share the highlight reel. Let me see. The promo reel, I think it is. Not the highlight, the promo. Baddies on Wheels. Season 1 sneak peek. Baddies on Wheels. Hey, Vito. Vito, hello. How are ya? Okay, let's see what Baddies on Wheel is all about. I'm using this under fair use. I dropped the link to their channel, so you guys can go over there and possibly
The house is bomb as fuck. I get in. I roll with Nina. We get in. Yes, we in this house. We finna turn up in this bitch. We finna turn the fuck up.
That's right.
Period.
So who's on Julio?
Then I'm finna drink. I don't care who it is. I'm finna drink. I'm taking everybody's shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It sound boring. What everybody at? What is some hype? Hey, where is everybody? I keep dropping me.
Where is everybody?
I'm so ready to turn up. We finna turn this bitch up.
Yes.
It's down, but we finna turn this bitch up.
And then y'all want to do it?
Baby, try to cry.
Me,
you don't care. You still be drinking.
Just do a little like play. And like one girl, let's do a shot. Oh yeah, like the fuck. You know what? I'm gonna take it to the head on this bitch.
I'm kind of bloated, you know.
I don't give a fuck.
I hate this thing.
Girl, you ain't got no motherfucking You ain't got no. Girl, we gonna be throwing our ass up.
It's a baddies on wheels. Yeah.
Okay.
This is why your blood sugar
Hold
spikes
on.
and feet burns. Did you know
Hold
type
on,
2
hold on.
diabetes is a complete...
Okay, so let me see. Okay, 1 second. Now, so that was mild. That was mild. Hold on. Let me show you another little piece that I actually watch. These are a minute longs. Let me make sure this is the one. Yes. I think this is the one right here. No, maybe not. Maybe this is the one. Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh, let me. That was one I didn't see. Okay. So where here? This is the one. This is the one that I want you guys to see. Hold on. This is one I want you guys to see. Hold on. Okay. So, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. A sneak peek. I'm doing this I'm just sharing news reporting to you guys. I dropped the link just in case you guys want to go check out Baddies on Wheels. And we are not talking about how. Hold on. We are not talking about Hot Wheels. We're talking about wheelchairs. You know, I am the wheelchair advocate. So if you want to support the wheelchair fund, $, Roddy Q, I'm going to drop the link so you guys can go. This channel only shows like the little previews of the show and stuff. I don't know where this is streaming on. I'm pretty sure you can find it in the description box. So let's check this out.
I got her. Stop touching my chair, bro. No, bro. I'm not playing. Real. No, because I was really trying not to fight with her. Exactly. So chill. No. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Move. Precious, let me go. I'm not playing that shit. Let me go. Let me go. I let bitches rock. No, let me go. It's my turn now. I let bitches rock. I let bitches rock. It's my turn now. Let me go, Precious. I'm not playing that shit. Let me go. Let me go.
I told you I was gonna punch in her face if she do too much. I told her like, go ahead, this is mine. Oh, okay. Because it's always be like, that's not hers, that's Rose. Give that to Rose. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Give that to Rose. Give that to Rose. That's hers.
It's about yeah.
Okay. So don't tell me don't say I didn't give y'all some information y'all wasn't familiar with. So so what do you think about that? What do y'all I only see 4 comments. Y'all are just taken aback. 5 stacks to the one chick that can get up and crip walk. I'm not going to hell with you, Ronnie Q. I'm giving you information. Shit. Why? The disrespect is real. Don't be pushing me. Take me back over there to my fight. God damn it, Carrie. Yes, ma'am. I watch those clowns. They are a hot mess. I don't know where they're streaming at. I've dropped the link. I didn't even look in the description box because I was too taken aback. Child. Yes. They will stream anything. Okay. So that's all I got. Wait a minute. Who's watching Neil deGrasse show? He has a show on YouTube. I really enjoyed it. I watched it last night. I'm going to drop his link in here. You know, he's the guy from NASA, but he had a black neuroscience on there last night, and she was talking about how she was doing experiments on mice, and she was talking about how trauma that your grandparents lived through can also be transferred to you genetically based upon their trauma, even if they were not even pregnant with your mother or anything, because basically it changes how the gonad process the sperm. So did you guys know that? I just dropped the link for that in here as well. It was a very interesting conversation that she had, and it actually affects your sensory or your nose sensors. I forget the name of it. Okay, it affects those sensors, and it also create more neurons. And she said after the mice, they they have offsprings in 21-day cycles, and they said even after the first 21-day cycle, even if the okay, what they do is they give these mice a happy life for 21 days, and then they put them in a chamber, and they emit a smell, and after the smell is emitted, they give the mice a shock under their feet, and then they do it 5 times in 20 minutes, and then they let them go back out and breed and this, that, and the other, and they do it for 3 days, 5 times a day for 3 days, and it actually changed something in their actual what is it? The olfactory? What is the nose? Whatever. The nose senses that grows something different, and they have many more neurons in their nose that detect for that, and it's genetic. Now, then after 121-day cycle, they dissect the mice, and they could visually see all of these different neurons in the nose of the mice who got the shocks. So, and they did not do it to any female mice; they only did it to the male mice. And so, it was a good program. Olfactory, yes, olfactory. I was like, I can't remember, what is it? The olfactory, yes, senses, and because that goes straight down, right down into the middle of the brain, and then it branches off. And I thank you, Beans and Cornbread. That was a really good one, and she was a sister, and she has her own laboratory in Columbia. I was really, really, really impressed. A beautiful sister, a beautiful Black sister. So you guys, please go Olfactory. Yes. Please go back. I'm sorry, what the hell are we talking about? We're talking about a myriad of different subjects, just many, many things. I went down the wrong road on YouTube the other day and found a channel showing how they use roaches to create those powdered. I know you're lying. I think you're mean those people who be making those homemade seasonings. Please do not tell me a company is doing that, Very Carey. I did hear something about that. It's like trauma can be passed down through the soul and the spirit. No, actually, through your it's passed on through the sensory the sensories and stuff, and it can actually change your component. But if they go without it for 2 generational cycles, then they see a difference. They were talking about how, I think I forget who it was who went through this a food starvation cycle, and it was a man-made starvation cycle. How a lot of them, where was it? I forget what country it was, and how a lot of the people became schizophrenic, unalived themselves, and I forget what was the other trait that the population had, and it was a man-made disaster. It wasn't like nature didn't supply them. It was because of the war, and so it changed the trait of the people because of the hardship they went through. So they were saying, in essence, when you never get relieved of this pressure that you living under, such as living in a racist country, it just carries on and carries on and carries. See, like this war-torn country, they got out of it. They were only living under that for 1 year, so it only affected, in essence, 2 generations of their offsprings. But when you never get from under it, it really affects. It's going to affect your kids. If you don't even have kids, if you're not even pregnant, it's still going to affect all the way down to your grandchildren. So you can imagine living in a a country where it's nonstop, where you have been enslaved, or you have been red line, where you have been racially profiled and all of this type of stuff. So it was a very interesting study that she was describing. So check it out. I'm going to put it in there again. And I hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time talking to you. That is discussion. Roaches emit cyanide gases from their shells and legs. Why you niggas with roaches need to work hard to get rid of them? That thing is tough. And I thought they also had carried some other type of disease or something as well. It wasn't a factory though. See, that's why. That's why. Not for nothing, all of these people who are coming out with their own seasoning. This is my own seasoning, and buy it on Instagram and YouTube and all of this type of stuff. No, thank you. No, thank you. It wasn't a factory. What about the UFO thing? Okay. Hey, Liz, how you doing? They made it, and it looked like real. So it was just straight up roaches, Carrie? We went from wheelchairs to mice. We just all over the place, Beardo. Okay. Okay. Now, the UFO things. So I'm pretty sure I didn't check his whole thing. I think we need Jay Wilson's expertise on this Roach situation. Now, I'm going to look on his channel because I'm sure he's talking about this UFO thing. So you guys know that the government has released information that they have been aware for a long time that they are actually real UFOs out here. Have you guys heard of that? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of that. I'm surprised. Excuse me. Liz, thank you for reminding. I'm surprised more people are not talking about that. So all of these people that they said were crazy in the 70s and all this type of stuff, it was a real thing. Okay, beans and cornbread, of course, have heard of that. So they are still not giving out information if they actually have specimens of UFOs, but they are saying that they know that they exist. So what is that area 20? What is that area 26? What is it in Arizona where nobody can go? Of course, I don't trust the government. Never have. In Arizona, area 64 or something like that, area 51. Thank you, LaShonda Allen. Yeah. So obviously there is something up with that area 52. They have not said what type of, if they have gleaned any type of knowledge or anything from what they've discovered, or they're not saying if they discovered actual aliens or have parts to any of these ships that they've seen, but they said they no longer can deny it because you had pilots saying that they were actively flying and they were in a hold stance for over an hour by some type of force. So now they're finally letting you know, yeah, this is true. And they have instead of just saying people are crazy and oh that was a light or oh that was a shadow, area 51 or 52. Yeah, so area 51 in Vegas. Yeah, I thought yes, Vegas. Okay, thank you. It's 51 and it's in New Mexico. Area 51. Arizona, Vegas, or New Mexico. It's in, I think I thought it was in area 51. So I'm pretty sure Neil deGrasse Tyson is talking about that as well. Oh, isn't area now? She said area 15 in Vegas. I think she inverted her numbers. Roswell is in New Mexico. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna see if what I can find on it on a news source, but not so not the regular news for profit news. I'm gonna see if I can find something on that. Uh, find a scholar or something who's talking about that, and we'll talk about that as well. So we got the wheelchair wenches that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the Area 51. And what was the other thing? What was the first thing I said that we can review and talk about? Oh Lord, I done forgot it already. Oh, I forgot it already. Hey, Coach White, how you doing? It was something else. I said, let's review this and talk about it. Oh, Deanna's homegirls video. So we got some homework to do. In other words, we got some conversations to be had. Look up the astronaut Buzz Aldrin. He saw them up close and conversed with them. Now, I've heard of Buzz Aldrin, but I didn't hear that story at all. Huh. Wow, that's crazy. It's a hearing going on right now regarding UFOs. Oh, is it? Thank you. Yeah, they have finally popped the lid on it. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised at all if all those areas. Remember the government and the Tuskegee experiment? Yes, I do. I'm in Southern Cal with the fanatics. Yes, please remember to hit the like button. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, that whole crew. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never heard that story. Thank you for putting that in there. Yeah, so they popped the lid on that one. Now, one last question. Okay, with all the little shit that I showed you guys and stuff, all the little notes that I put in there, the government tried to make him look crazy, but he kept talking about it. Yeah, they tried to make everybody look crazy who were talking about it. The moon landing was a total farce. I'm going to start selling foil hats. 76 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, can you please hit the like button? I appreciate it. Thank you, Corio. Filmed at Burbank Studios. Stanley Kubrick production. For real. She's saying it was a Stanley Kubrick production filmed at Burbank Studios. And it doesn't seem like there's going to be any other landing if they keep depending on Elon Musk and his failed. Yeah, he has one that they have postponed again. He had one that was supposed to shoot off sometime this week or next week, this week or last week, I mean, and they had to postpone it again. The government is always up to something. And Lashonda Allen does not think it was fake. I know a lot of people think that it's fake, and I know a lot of people believe it. But they say something about the shadow. You can tell how the shadow is cast and this, that, and the other. I'm just like, I'm neither here nor there with it. I want to know when they're going to be able to get those astronauts down that was supposed to be down over a month ago that are stuck up there on the space station. That's what I want to know. I read some that they're to start. Wait a minute. I'm not clear on that. I read some that they're I think you mean ready to start it again? That launch, is that what you're talking about? Beans and cornbread? Elon Musk is an alien. Why he always look like he's melting? Okay, somewhere that they're going to start releasing more evidence of the USOs because they want to desensitize the public. Thank you. Yeah, so how do they know how a shadow should be on the doggone moon? Because they know astrology. Because if you know where the stars and the moons align, is naturally to know which way at what time the sun is going to be in the north, south, east, and west. Just like how you know how to plant your vegetables, where the sun will be over here longest, and I need to plant something that need more sun on the south side of the garden because that side gets more sun. It's very simple. It's not that complicated. I just haven't, delved into it to try to see the facts and this, that, and the other. It's very easy to know that which way your shadow should be cast, based upon the time that they say they're filming this moon landing. That's very, very simple. I don't recall us going to the moon more than once. Have we? No. Have we gone to the moon more than once? I think they only went that one time. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We have tried. Yes, I'm wrong. Oh, yes, we have. Okay. So I thought we only went that one time. I heard that it could take up to 9 months to bring those astronauts back to Earth. Thank you, James. Beans and cornbread says, yes, we have been back. And I know that that Mars rover machine, kept clunking out in Mars and stuff. But the last I heard that they have found evidence of water on Mars. The reason I think that is so much being put into finding out if there's water on other planets is because they have totally fucked off this planet and they're looking for an exodus for the rich to have to themselves and ruin another planet. And that's all I got to say about it. Yes, we do have space stations up there. I know that, but the space stations are not on the moon. Let me see. Let me see. Am I right or wrong? One reason we haven't built space stations on the moon is we don't send people there very often. So there are no space stations on the moon, according to this article. These moon landings took place in a 3-year period between 1969 and 72 and were part of a series of space missions called the Apollo missions. So, according to what I find, there are no space stations on the moon. So, we're stuck here unless the aliens save us. Okay. Yeah, space stations just float around in space, I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't say on the moon, you dodo. Yes, I'm aware of the space stations. I was just asking when were they going to get those astronauts off the one that they're stuck on. The aliens are probably black. They don't want nothing to do. They don't want nothing to do with Earth. They was like, shoot, we got clean water and clean air. Shoot, forget them. They just gonna tear up everything. Let them stay where they are. It's just like some bad children. Leave them down there. Let them tear up their planet. All right, guys. Enough of this. The U.S., Russia, and China have space stations, I believe. I don't know who and it's just weird that the U.S. has given over NASA to these outside contractors. I don't like that. I think that we should have had a. I think that we should have kept NASA together. I don't like this outside contracting of anything that has to do with space. Mars' atmosphere is uninhabitable. Is primary carbon dioxide. Oh, so it doesn't even matter if they have water. Well, why were they so intent on finding out if Mars had water? Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 were all U.S. successful missions to the moon, landing 12 astronauts, according to Alexa. Now, let me tell you something. JPL is in, I'm familiar with where JPL is. And I remember when they were, I think it was a Discovery, they were taking it out of commission. And they wound up putting it in the LA Museum. They had it, excuse me. They had it in downtown over by USC at the museum over there. And they had a whole exhibit of it where people could walk around and see it and all of that stuff. But let me tell you, it is nothing in the world like seeing the Discovery lapped on the back of a 747. And I still have pictures of it. Flying on the back of a 747, and you're in your neighborhood and you look up and it is flying above your head, and it is flying so slow that it doesn't even look like the plane is moving. They did a flyover JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratories, and I looked up and it took like forever for that 747 to move. It was like the most wondrous thing. So I do remember that and seeing that, and it was just like a once in a lifetime thing to see. I wouldn't want to go to the moon. I could not do it. It would just wait a minute. I would not want to do it. It would just have to end here for me. Y'all go. Well, you know that they're not going to take if they find anywhere else to go, they're not going to take people over a certain age. And I'm not saying it's you, but you know how they always do on those movies where we have to reserve our civilization, and if you're over X age, you're automatically out. If you have an illness of a certain caliber, you're automatically out, and they ain't even putting your old ass in the lotto. So I'll be able to go choreo, but I don't know about you. No, I'm just bullshitting. I know my ass probably wouldn't even be able to put in the lotto. Okay, so Nietzsche, good morning. What network is that on? I don't know what you're talking about. The baddies in the wheelchair? I dropped the link. You're gonna have to scroll. If you're talking about the wheelchair baddies, I don't know what network is streaming on. I didn't see it. This YouTube channel has a lot of clips about the bad girls in the wheelchairs and the other bad girls as well. So you may have to check their description box or read in the comments. I'm sure someone has asked that question in their comments. And speaking of comments, like, comment, share, and I appreciate you guys for being here. The next Earth-like planet is like 4 light years away, which is 1 trillion miles per hour. Okay. and they're still discovering planets as well. So yeah, it's a lot of real information out here. So I'm gonna check on that the UFO situation and Deanna's homegirls live. So so we stuck. Fuck you, ODS. You joining the Baddies wheelchair show. Congrats, Ronnie. You joining the Baddies wheelchair show. Congrats, Ronnie. ODS, you ain't know about the baddies in the wheelchairs, did you? You was talking about baddies, and that reminded me about the baddies in the wheelchair that I saw. I dropped the link for the little clips. I don't know what is streaming on ODS, but you ain't shit. Don't come in here with your bullshit. Morning, everyone. Did you see the link? Let me drop the link one more time. I'm just gonna drop the link. I'm not gonna I played two little clips from them, but I heard you were the one who reminded me about it. Let me drop the link. You were the one who reminded me about it because you said you were gonna get off and go watch Baddies. I may play it. You want me to play it for you? Let me know. Or you just want me to drop the link? Because I already got it up here. If you want me to play it, tell me you want to play it. The clip is only 1 minute. So there's the link, ODS. He ain't shit. Don't be please. Okay. Don't be telling him, don't be laughing with him. He comes sneaking his ass in here. You know I gotta look out for my own ODS. Okay. I'm gonna play the clip. It's a 1 minute clip. I dropped the link in the chat so you guys can go over and watch Baddies on Wheels. This is a sneak peek. And I'm using this under fair use for commentating and news reporting.
I get in. I roll with Nina. We get in. Yes, we in this house. We finna turn up in this bitch. We finna turn the fuck up.
That's right.
Period.
So who's on Julio?
Then I'm finna drink. I don't care who it is. I'm finna drink. I'm taking everybody's shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It sound boring. What everybody air? What is the hype air? What is everybody? I keep dropping weed.
Where's everybody?
I'm so ready to turn up. We finna turn this bitch up.
Yes.
It's down, but we finna turn this bitch up. And then we gotta
y'all wanna do it?
Baby, try to cry. What is it?
Me.
You don't care. You still be drinking.
Just do a little like play. And like we're gonna girl, let's do a shot. Oh yeah, like the fuck. You know what? I'm gonna take it to the head on this bitch.
I'm kind of bloated, you know.
I don't give a fuck.
I hate this thing.
Girl, you ain't got no motherfucking You ain't got no. Girl, we gonna be throwing our ass up.
It's the Baddies on Wheels. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So see, you don't know nothing about that. See, you don't know nothing about that. ODS. You all.
I roll with Nina. We get in.
Hold on. Let me see.
We were just cool in the car. Like
Let me see something else. Let me show you one more clip. ODS. One more clip. These are really short clips. I'll show everybody something different. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm still sharing my screen. Yes, I'm still sharing my screen. I'm using this under fair use for news and for news reporting. I'm reporting that there's a new show, and I want to share it with you guys. Here we go.
I mean, I can do it myself for real, but if you want to do it, that's cool too. Just cool, girl. I am cool, but my mind is all the way there. I know I can hear very motherfucking well. I don't care what the fuck you keep saying what you said, but it was a witness right here that said that you ain't say that shit. The fuck is you talking about? Exactly. Exactly. Was zip quiet, was fucking quiet and looking like, is the bitch gonna shake the table or throw a water bottle at her for saying something like, bitch, the fuck going on? I was ready to say, me and Ashley and the woman together, you want a motherfucker to be fake, weird shit to make something out your ass type shit. No, let something really occur naturally, not pulling some shit up out your motherfucking ass. Fuck is wrong with you?
So of course, she took the heat off me and directed it to Mia, which that's what she should have did, because it wasn't gonna be no smoke with me.
It's the baddies.
Okay. So let me drop the link once again, so y'all can watch these bad baddies. Okay. So I don't know what is streaming on ODS. There it is. I'm dropping the link one more time. So she just pulled up on her. Only God. Okay. Hey, Taylor May, how are you doing? I could make a show, Lord. Yes, you could make a show. So that's all I got for you guys. Do they twerk by wheels by doing wheelies? It's possible, and I'm so glad that she don't have no feeling in those legs as hard as she was slapping them legs and trying to get her point across. It's nice to see these ladies out still living it up instead of being depressed at home. Yeah, it is nice to seeing them take care of themselves and, trying to look good and all of that stuff. The baby child, her baby hairs are curled into her cheeks. I'm so sick of it. So let me see what ODS is. Pressure TV network, according to Google. I never even heard of Pressure TV. So you guys can find that on the Pressure TV network. Look at YouTube camera in here giggling. So, excuse me. That's it. That's all I got. I'm glad you saw that, ODS. We may get them some views. And yeah, so that's all I have. So thank you guys please hit the like button if you want to support the channel. $ Ronnie Q. Please do not forget on December 14th, Leo the Lioness is having her charcuterie boards challenge. These are the prizes you can possibly still enter. So if you want to enter, let her know that you are signing up to be an alternative contestant just in case someone drops out. These are the prizes. There is also a flyer. Sign up under her community post under this flyer just in case someone drops out, because you see there are good prizes to be won. It is on December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The flyer also gives you a list of things that you need to do to compete well, how your camera needs to be set up, how your station needs to be set up. And she also has some demonstrations of how to do little roses and show you how to do the salami roses or whatever. So go over there and check out some of her demo charcuterie board. She also had her son do a demo charcuterie board. So go over there and check out the videos if you want to participate, but please support her in the challenge on the 14th of December at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also the next day, we're having our Secret Santa for the subscribers. That is when the content creators meet me over here on my channel. We exchange gifts among ourselves doing a Secret Santa. You choose me, I choose somebody else, and then we cash up each other between $25 and $50. And once we have received our prize from the person who has pulled our name, we then must immediately in this same live look in the chat and give that to one of the subscribers. It's our way of the subscribers giving back to this the content creators giving back to the subscribers. No subscriber is going to keep the prize. It's just a way to put the Christmas in it. So we are going to be giving back to the subscribers. So come over to my channel the next day, December 15th at 3 p.m. That is Pacific Standard Time. That would be 6 Eastern and 5 Central. So I hope you guys come over here, and I hope you get a blessing. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. Hey, Angie, how you doing? So that's all I have for you guys, and I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you guys had a good time. Like and share, and I'm out of here. I hope you have a great one. All right, I'm gone.